scanning your shelves for a book to read. You just finished a really interesting book, and you're not sure how to follow it up. Your eyes briefly scan the dusty Lord of the Rings trilogy on the shelf, then quickly move on. That book doesn't look interesting. Somebody told you that it was too long to be enjoyable. I really enjoy the Lord of the Rings, and I think you should too, so here are 3 reasons why you should read the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Reason 1, to experience beautiful writing. J.R.R. Tolkien is a master storyteller, and he uses poetic language throughout all his stories. The conversation, dialogue, and narration are meant to evoke an emotional response from the reader. Close to the end of the story, your feelings will rise with the story and crescendo into a wave of happiness. At sad points, you will feel sad along with the character. Where else can you hear something like this? And here I quote from The Lord of the Rings. "And all the host laughed and wept. And in the midst of their merriment and tears, the clear voice of the minstrel rose like silver and gold, and all men were hushed. And he sang to them, now in the elven tongue, now in the speech of the West, until their hearts, wounded with sweet words, overflowed, and their joy was like swords. And they passed in thought out to regions where pain and delight flow together, and tears are the very wine of blessedness." The second reason is to read high fantasy. The Lord of the Rings is considered high fantasy, which means that it happens in a different world than Earth and has completely different elements. It deals with world-threatening forces and has to be internally consistent since it's in a different world. The third reason is to read a story written by a devout, moral Christian. Since J.R.R. Tolkien was a devout Roman Catholic and a man who cared about his family and work, The Lord of the Rings reflects Christian virtues and ideas. It does not include gratuitous violence. There are definitely people and things that are evil, but the narration doesn't always focus on that. It focuses on the people and things that are upright and care about the benefit of others rather than themselves. There are deep and complex relationships between the characters that involve self-sacrifice and other commendable virtues, and it is fun to see those play out throughout the story. So there's 3 reasons why you should read the book once. But if you've already read it, I encourage reading it again, because there's too much content to be absorbed in one time. And it's just a good story, so you should read it again. So now that you know these reasons why you should read the Lord of the Rings trilogy, I encourage you to enjoy some quality reading time.